Say good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or even maybe good night, you guys. My name is Tamara. Welcome to my podcast, God Family Community. It's been a minute now. Today is Monday, October 25th, 2021. And I wanted to share something with you all. As you know, I talk on matters involving our community, the family, conflict resolution, and everything in between. This post will mostly deal with family and dealing with a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend. As we know, sometimes we are in relationships for however long it may be. It could be 6 months. It could be 3 months. It could be upwards of 4, 5, and 6+ years. And obviously, sometimes those relationships don't always last. They end. Sometimes on a good note and sometimes harsh. And then we are forced to move on. After we move on, we either go to another relationship or we don't. And when we go to another relationship or the person we were once with goes to another relationship, we have to deal with, put up with, or collaborate with the new spouse in our ex's life or vice versa. Which leads me to this situation involving artist and actress Bianca King, who is in a situation I very much so sympathize with. So here we have a situation with Bianca, who was in a relationship with her now ex, Chozes. Chozes is with a new girl, and the new girl continues to post Bianca's and Chozes' child on a public platform, IG specifically. And understandably, Bianca does not like this. And went to her IG and said this. Bianca says, "I wish this individual would stop posting my child. Stop making posts about my son. #respectfully. That's not your child. And it's really annoying. I keep asking nicely." She goes on to say, "Sophia, you are the same person saying you are no longer going to let me get in the way of you guys' happiness. I'm happy with my own man. However, if you stop posting my child to create drama, you will be much more happy because you won't ever be mentioned." She then goes on to say, please stop saying I'm bitter. It's corny. I have a man that I love, period. I'm far from bitter. I've tried being nice and ignoring many times. I don't want to be with my son's biological father. I could care less about them getting engaged. What I care about is someone using my son for clickbait and posting him after I asked nicely for him not to be posted. His parents posting him is one thing, but I don't care about step parents. Anything when you are a colorist calling his mother a roach, making group chats, stalking me in my man's life, acting like I'm trying to ruin you guys' happiness when we don't care. I don't want a person who doesn't like me or respect me and my wishes for my child posting him, and now is giving obsessed. If a person subs you, calls you out of your name, hates you so much, why act like you love my child? A baby who would technically be half an ugly roach who came out of my body, my vagina, that I carried the entire pregnancy alone. I'm super confused. Be happy. Congrats. And all just stop posting. I keep asking super nicely." And the last post she makes is, again, my son's biological father never said he had a problem with my man posting anything pertaining to my child. Maybe people need to grow up, learn how to co-parent correctly, and stop trying to pretend like someone is bitter about an engagement, because that's cap. It only takes a mature convo, because this online #hashtag is corny. All y'all doing is getting followers off of me with the negative energy. That being said, what I will say is that I am on Bianca's side, and I'm going to go down a list of things I am concerned with. And I will add other examples in this as well. Number one, this is not the first time Bianca stated her issue about this. And what is concerning is the father is allowing this to happen. What I further observe in this situation is the sad disdain and lack of respect he has for Bianca, despite her associating with him, which means she uplifted him since she was the famous one and not him. Based on my observation, since he has disdain for her, which we have saw through the media, unfortunately, he is now using the baby and his current girlfriend to provoke Bianca. And this is not good. Not good at all. As a man that created a family with her, he should not allow this kind of behavior to take place with his current girlfriend. In fact, being that Bianca has stated publicly a number of times not to post the child, the father and his current girlfriend should take heed to this, because I'm sure if she stated this publicly a number of times, she stated this in private a number of times as well. Which brings me to this. As a family and as a blended family, if a mother or father has stated what they don't want, you should honor that, being that that's their child. I would say have a family meeting and state your concerns of what's wanted and not wanted, and what's allowed and not allowed. And unfortunately, some families, yes, they can't communicate, which forces them to publicly come through social media, like the possible case here, and state their concerns. As a man, to have the current woman and past woman to be going back and forth on social media is pretty low and foul. It's a really foul thing to do. Which brings me to the next situation with little baby. A similar example. Here you have the man who publicly allowed his two baby mothers to go back and forth on social media without publicly coming forward to say anything or say something to them and shut it all down. It showed the lack of respect he had for his ex, whose name is Mimi. She goes by Mimi. Granted, he may have told them behind closed doors to stop arguing on social media or going back and forth on social media. However, since this behavior took place publicly, he should have come forth publicly, being a man who created these two families with the two women, and said something. So with these two situations that you may find yourselves in, I would just say hold a family meeting with the family or a blended family. When you think you are going to be in another relationship with someone, you need to have a family meeting so people can meet one another, get acquainted, and there you can address your needs and wants. Unfortunately, in cases like this, people are afraid to do that because once people have learned your wants and needs or what you don't want, people can use that against you to hurt you or provoke you. And I get it. And if they do this, you shouldn't be around them. But this is another topic for another day. The best you can do is state your wants and needs and hope that all individuals involved honor that. Everyone's wants and needs may not be met, and if this is the case, there is room for compromising, which should be the case. In this case with Bianca, she did not want or does not want her child to be posted on social media. And this should understandably actually be honored. It also takes me to the situation involving Ari and her, the father of her child, Gierbo, and his current girlfriend. Ari didn't want her child posted on social media, and this should have been honored. I agree, and this should not have been up for debate. The arguments have been, it's just a picture, but it's bigger than that. This is a picture of a child posted for millions of people to see. And 2, plain and simple, the mother gave rightful and understanding instructions, and it should have been honored. Not just by the current girlfriend, but the father of the child who created the child with the mother. So that's it. That's all. This is God Family Community. Until next time.